Government leaders have abandoned the capital and are now hiding in exile. Information out of occupied Athens has been sporadic, but Soviet forces are indeed in control of the capital as well as much of the outlying territories in Greece. In the city, fighting among Allied and Soviet troops continues, but the Allied death toll is rising rapidly. Now it remains to be seen if Allied forces will be able to weather this onslaught intact. Reacting to this latest assault, Allied diplomats led the United Nations in a 281-7 vote that, in approving a unique military funding initiative aimed at increasing global Allied support. This proposal calls for the formation of a global defense agency to be temporarily established in an as yet unnamed European capital. Indeed, in control of the capital as well as much of the outlying...
Sounds bad, does it not? Well, it is. But Stalin has just written his obituary. At last, this will help us galvanize the rest of the world against him. Yes, we have lost Greece. But we are not out just yet. Stalin may think so. But if we can continue to counsel the talents of commanders like yourself, we will come through this war on top. My old friend... One of Tanya's men. She found something. But Russian security agents have captured her. They will almost certainly take her back to Moscow. We must get her back. She has vital information on the Iron Curtain project. That information could help tip the scales in our favor. Let him clear his head. In this state, he is of no use to us. The Soviets currently hold Tanya near Grodno. The prison is well guarded, but a supply truck from a nearby Soviet base runs through the facility several times a day. If your spies can infiltrate the war factory, they may be able to hitch a ride into the prison compound. Once you have found Tanya, get her out of there any way you can.
Ooh. Oh. Such a pretty face. Where is Professor Einstein? I was hoping you'd say that. I'm afraid the effects are quite permanent.
Reinforcements have arrived. Timer started. 30
Commander,
minutes
for king and
remaining.
country. For king and country. For king and country. On my way. For king and country. On my way. For king and country. On my way. For king and country. Indeed. 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 For king and country. Indeed. For king and country. On my way. For king and country. On my way. On my way. For king and country. Indeed. On my way. Indeed. On my way. On my way. For king and country. Indeed. 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 For king and country. Indeed.
Building infiltrated.
Commander. Indeed.
Building infiltrated. Tanya, freed.
I'm there. I'm there. Let's rock. Let's rock. I'm there. I'm there. Let's rock. I'm there. Let's rock. Cha-ching! Chew on this. Cha-ching! I'm there. I'm there. I'm there. Chew on this. Let's rock. Cha-ching! Chew on this. Cha-ching! Cha-ching! I'm there. I'm there. I'm there. I'm there.
Reinforcements
I'm
have
there.
arrived.
Let's rock. Let's rock. Let's rock.
Tanya, rescued. Allied reinforcements have arrived from the north.
Yes, sir.
Reinforcements have
Affirmative.
arrived.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Affirmative. Awaiting orders. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Reinforcements have
Acknowledged.
arrived.
Reporting at once. Affirmative. Affirmative. Awaiting orders. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Affirmative. Awaiting orders. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. 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 Reporting. Acknowledged. Awaiting orders. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Affirmative. 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 Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. 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 Affirmative. Acknowledged. Awaiting order. Affirmative. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. 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 Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Awaiting orders. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. 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 Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. 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 Affirmative. Reporting. Acknowledged. Reporting. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Very well. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Reporting. Affirmative. 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 Awaiting order. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Affirmative. 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 Yes, sir. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Reporting. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Awaiting order. Acknowledged.
Construction
Affirmative.
options. Preparing. Building.
Engineering. Affirmative. Reporting. Engineering. Affirmative. Awaiting order. Affirmative. Yes,
Construction
sir. Affirmative.
options. Preparing. Building.
Awaiting orders. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Construction
Affirmative.
complete. Our base is under attack.
Yes,
Unit
sir. Acknowledged.
ready.
Reporting. Knowledge.
Building.
Vehicle reporting. Affirmative. Awaiting orders. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Construction
Yes, sir.
options.
Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Unit
Acknowledged.
ready.
Affirmative.
Building.
Acknowledged.
Building. Training.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Yes, sir.
Construction
Acknowledged.
complete.
Vehicle
Affirmative.
reporting.
Awaiting
Unit
order.
ready.
Affirmative.
Training.
Acknowledged. Engineering.
Unit ready.
Affirmative.
Vehicle reporting. Acknowledged.
Building.
Yes, sir.
Unit ready.
Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Yes, sir.
New construction options.
Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Training.
Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Repairing.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Unit ready. Unit ready. Building. On hold. Cancel. Building.
Awaiting order. Reporting.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Construction complete.
Affirmative.
Vehicle reporting. Acknowledged.
Building. Unit lost.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Repairing.
Affirmative.
Unit lost.
Awaiting orders. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Unit lost.
Affirmative.
Our base is
Yes,
under
sir.
attack.
Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Unit
Acknowledged.
prepared.
Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Repairing.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. 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 Affirmative. Affirmative. Vehicle reporting. Acknowledged.
Unit prepared. Repairing.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Construction complete. Repairing. New construction options.
Awaiting orders. Affirmative.
Building.
Acknowledged. Affirmative. Vehicle reporting. Acknowledged.
Base is under
Yes, sir.
attack.
Acknowledged.
Unit repaired. Construction sold.
Reporting. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Unit
Affirmative.
ready. Building.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Awaiting orders. Acknowledged.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Repairing. Training. Unit ready. Building.
Awaiting order. Acknowledged.
Unit
Affirmative.
prepared. Unit ready.
Engineering. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Unit
Yes, sir.
ready.
Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
New construction options. Repairing.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Building.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Repairing.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Awaiting
Unit
orders.
prepared.
Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Unit ready.
Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Building.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Unit ready.
Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Reporting. Affirmative. 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 Affirmative.
Building.
Yes, sir.
Unit
Acknowledged.
ready.
Acknowledged.
Building.
Yes, sir.
Base is under attack.
Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Awaiting orders.
Construction complete.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Unit
Affirmative.
ready.
Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Vehicle reporting. Affirmative. Reporting. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Vehicle reporting. Affirmative. Reporting. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Silos needed.
Acknowledged.
Building.
Affirmative.
Unit repaired.
Waiting order. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Reporting. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Unit ready.
Acknowledged.
Building.
Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Prepare.
Affirmative. 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 Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Unit
Acknowledged.
prepared.
Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Unit
Acknowledged.
lost.
Affirmative.
Unit ready.
Acknowledged.
Building.
Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. 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 Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Unit ready.
Acknowledged.
Building.
Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Vehicle report acknowledged. Reporting acknowledged.
Unit ready. Building.
Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Unit ready.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Awaiting orders. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Building.
Yes, sir. Awaiting orders. Reporting. Acknowledged.
Repairing. Unit ready. Building.
Awaiting
Unit
orders.
prepared. Repairing.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Unit repaired.
Awaiting orders. Affirmative.
Preparing.
Acknowledged.
Unit ready.
Awaiting order. Affirmative.
Unit repaired.
Yes, sir. Reporting.
Repairing.
Agreed.
Building.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Unit repaired. Repairing.
Awaiting order. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Unit
Acknowledged.
prepared.
Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Unit
Acknowledged.
ready.
Affirmative.
Building.
Acknowledged.
Repairing.
Acknowledged.
Unit
Acknowledged.
lost.
Yes, sir.
Unit
Affirmative.
lost.
Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Affirmative.
prepared.
Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Repairing.
Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Unit ready.
Affirmative.
Unit
Acknowledged.
prepared.
Affirmative. Affirmative.
Repairing.
Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Unit prepared.
Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Building.
Awaiting orders. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Vehicle reporting. Affirmative. Yes, sir.
Unit lost.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. At once. Agreed.
Unit ready. Building.
Yes, sir? Affirmative. Yes, sir? Acknowledged. Affirmative. Awaiting orders. Affirmative. Affirmative. Yes, sir?
Unit
Acknowledged.
ready. Building.
Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Prepare.
Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Unit ready.
Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Unit prepared.
Yes, sir. Vehicle acknowledged. Reporting. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Silos needed. Building. Silos needed.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Reporting. Acknowledged. Awaiting order. Reporting. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Unit
Affirmative.
lost.
Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Unit ready.
Acknowledged.
Building.
Affirmative. 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 Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Awaiting orders. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Unit ready.
Affirmative.
Building.
Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Unit lost.
Acknowledged. 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 Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Unit ready. Building.
Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. 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 Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Unit
Acknowledged.
ready.
Acknowledged. 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 Affirmative. 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 Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. 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 Affirmative.
Mission saved.
Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. 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 Acknowledged. Affirmative. Ready and waiting. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Awaiting orders. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Reporting. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Silos
Acknowledged.
needed.
Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Building.
Affirmative. Vehicle reporting. Affirmative. Awaiting order. Acknowledged. Reporting. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Unit
Acknowledged.
ready.
Acknowledged.
Building.
Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Unit ready. Mission saved.
Acknowledged. 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 Affirmative. Affirmative.
Mission accomplished.
So very pretty, but oh so stubborn.